Hello everyone and welcome to another update on the market. For today I decided to cover British pound versus US dollar. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil, Bitcoin versus US dollar and dollar index. So I will start with the British pound versus US dollar first, because I think this is a very important area where the market is trading right now. This is the hourly time frame, and as alerted in my previous updates, this currency pair had a major breakout of this key support zone around 1.2600 mark. But what happened here is that market rebounded like pretty aggressively and more like like a V-shaped reversal. So this can be like a strong reversal and trap for the sellers in the background. So there is a chance, and still we can see that market is building higher lows. If we place, for example, a rising trend line, we can see that market is holding this rising trend line. And of course we had attempts for the market to go higher today, and market is just still consolidating, but there is still likely chance from my perspective for the market to continue to go higher and then start potential completion of this bigger trap for the sellers, or the fake breakout of this support zone. And the potential rally can lead to all the way towards the 1.2, let's say the first objective around 1.2700 mark, which is basically a middle area of this consolidation, and then the next let's say possible upside objective can be all the way around 1.2780 mark or 1.2775 mark. Now, in the case of the bigger drop, if we see really aggressive supply and momentum and hold below, then there is a chance, of course, for the downside movement towards the 1.2525. But the primary scenario is to the upside, since that we have a fake breakout potential in the background, rising trend lines, so the higher lows, and that's the reason why the scenario for the upside to continue is likely, and the downside scenario is like secondary, more alternative scenario. Now, speaking of the gold market, we can see that let's go to the daily time frame, that this market is building this contraction more like a symmetrical triangle in the last, I will say, 20 days or so. We can see that we have this consolidation, and I would like to see the breakout on this market. So we have the support at let's say around 2000 mark, and resistance around 2064. So I would like to see the break and hold below in case, let's say, for the further downside confirmation, and then objective will be at 1936. And in case of the rally and breakout of the 2065, there is a chance for the test of 2090 or even 2130 or 2135. Now, speaking of the crude oil, we can see that on the daily time frame we have a rising lows, so that's a good sign that the buyers are taking control over sellers. And the key resistance is set at 79.25 mark. We also have this those tails at 79.90 mark. So there is a chance for the market to retest that level. In case of some bigger downside break or bigger move below the 71 and hold below, there is a chance for the retest of 68 mark. But still, primary scenario is for the upside to develop in the next period. Now we can cover Bitcoin versus US dollar. This is a key pivot level. I will go to the weekly time frame and show you that this is a very important level where the market is trading around, I will say around this 49,000 mark or 48,800 mark. So we had multiple reactions of this from this area. This is area where the supply took control let's say in April 2022, and this is also the pin bar, this tail from the beginning of the year, this weekly candle. So this is a quite important pivot level, and So far, we can see the rejection of this level. If we go even to lower frames, we can see that market is breaking this mini pivot and trying to retake the pin bar. And if that's the case, so that there is a chance for at least for a move down below the 46,700 mark. That will be, let's say, the minimum. And then it's also possible that market can try to retrace towards a rising trend line and try to get towards that line. So there is a potential for that too. So strong resistance and rejection. So far the primary scenario is for the downside, but in case of the rebreak of 49,000, let's say, and hold above, there is a chance for the, let's say, the next objective will be set at the 52,000 mark based on a daily time frame. And if we go and take a look at the dollar index, what we can see here is that market is trading inside, basically doing the consolidation. So from one side we have support around 103.85, and then we also have resistance from other side around 104.60 mark. So it's basically just doing the consolidation, pretty tight consolidation at this point. The bigger down break, let's say, of the 103.70 mark and hold below may result downside move towards the 102.93, and upside breakout of 104.60 and hold above there, can result the rally towards the 105.88. That'll be all for this update, guys. I hope that you did enjoy. Have a good trading day and speak to you from tomorrow morning.